Hey everybody, welcome into Book of Magic. I'm Amy Fig, and this is where I share everything I do in my art journal. Today, I'm going to be doing an intuitive portrait, meaning that I don't have a specific plan except that I'm going to start off with gouache paint. I really love this process, and I think that one of the best things about art journaling is that you can practice enjoying your process and not focus too much on an end result. But what's really cool is that as a byproduct of practicing, you end up making some pretty beautiful results eventually. So I would love to share this process with you, and hopefully you can take it and make it your own. You can copy exactly what I'm doing and see if you like it. So let's head over to the art table and get started. First of all, I'm re-wetting my gouache palette. Now I'm sketching a head and the shoulders for my portrait. I'm mapping in where the eyes are going to go, right across the middle horizontally, and then the nose and the mouth. Just really loosely playing with color and again mapping in where I want the hair to be. This is going to be a lot of layers, a lot of back and forth, and it's just playtime for me. I'm just kind of giving myself this guide of how I want the face shape and the neck. And then it's really important to have your blow dryer with you during this process so that you can dry in between layers and it won't take you as long. Now I'm using red to add some shading, and this part is going to look really weird, and it's okay to make ugly art. It's okay if things look weird for a while, or just if they end up looking weird, it's fine because this is an experiment. And I'm just using a pencil to define the features and add some eyebrows. And then drawing in the nose. And as you can see, it's kind of coming to life now. I'm drawing on top of a dried paper, so I'm drying in between my layers. If I wasn't blow drying, this paper would get too wet because it's not watercolor paper, it's mixed media paper, and it would get too wet and then it would probably start to fall apart. So now I'm taking blue and adding another layer of shading on top of a lot of the red areas, and then red again. And I go back and forth as many times as I like. There's no specific amount of times to do it. I'm just, trying things out. I'm going back with blue again. And I will have all of my supplies, all the paint that I'm using, that'll be in the description for you in case you're interested. And now I'm just going over everything with a light wash of burnt sienna and filling in the spaces that I had left just white paper, and then adding some extra shadowing with the burnt sienna as well. Using a little more red again, building up the layers of rosy cheeks and a quick blow dry. Now let's go in and use a very dark blue. So the way I get it dark is that I don't add very much water to it, and I'm using the very tip of my brush to create these thin and wispy strands of hair. And I'll do that first, and then I'll go back and fill it in with a watery blue, the same blue. For the eyes, I'm doing a burnt sienna again. It's the same color I've been using. And it's really nice to stay in the same color family for the entire piece. It makes it look more cohesive. I'm giving a little more shading around the eyes. And again, just adding layers of shading. This is the burnt sienna under the nose. I'm going to use my Micron pen to do some detail work. Outlining the eye and the eyelid, and then adding a pupil. For the eyebrows, I like to turn my journal and rotate it so that I can get a good angle with the hair in the eyebrow. This is just one way that I make portraits, and I don't always outline every single feature, but sometimes it's fun. And now I'm using the white Jelly Roll pen to get my little highlights in the eyes there. I'm using acrylic for the background because it's heavier than the gouache and it weighs the paper down really good. And I love to scribble over to the other side of the page. I think it looks so cool. I'll probably add some writing there later. And now I'm drawing these really playful birds, and I'm having so much fun with this. I don't really worry about them being, anatomically correct. They're just fun. And the way I like to correct their bodies is by adding another layer of paint and kind of painting out the part that I want to erase. And sometimes it takes a couple of coats of this to, fully erase the parts of the bird that I wanted to. And I love how this looks. And then one more layer of paint that's a little bit lighter, just for this really nice chalky finish that I was trying to achieve, and I love it. So with my Sharpie, I'm just going to add this final touch of a moon earring, and I think she looks perfect. What do you think? Is this something that you would like to try? If you haven't already, give this video a like and subscribe, because I will be back with more of these fun, intuitive portraits. And I love sharing this process. I hope you try it and let me know how you like it. Tag me on Instagram, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye bye.